Welcome back, everybody. And in the time that we've been apart, I've done some thinking, and I feel extremely dirty taking part in this event. As time's gone by, nope, do not want anything to do with it. My reason being, you think about things like the beach event, I mentioned it in the last video. The beach event, I can literally rock up there as a UIM without any gear, anything like that, as a level 1 construction, say, and I can get to level 75 construction with nothing. It completely trivializes the whole experience, and realistically, if a player was to emulate what I was doing, I wouldn't want them to think, oh, I need to wait for an event or something to pop up to be able to do it. So really, I want to focus on the core gameplay of the game. So what we're doing, first of all, I'm going to collect a load of bones, and we're going to just throw them away and pretend that the 60 experience I got in prayer, I think it was in the last video, we're going to pretend that I've got it via normal means, and I can only apologise for for even considering using events. Terrible stuff. So these last wills pages are still going to accumulate in my currency pouch, but at the end of the event we'll just open them and throw away anything. If we get a soul die and we're lucky, then we can just transfer it to the main. But otherwise, yeah, not going to keep anything. So just gathering me sorry bones, and then we'll move on with the video. Very exciting stuff. Speaking of exciting, a little known fact in this troll cave, if you were on a hardcore Iron Man and you were to die, you're dragged out and you actually don't lose a life. I found that out trying to make another video not too long ago. Not that I died genuinely, it's just messing about and you actually get saved. So yep, fun fact number 1. We're going to get into a few fun facts this episode, so buckle up. There we go, there's the 12 bones collected. I'm just going to throw them all on the floor just to make up for the XP that I gained from the event. Luckily we only opened the 2 boxes, otherwise this could have been a pain. There we go, throw these away. We're going to throw away the cosmetics as well. Get rid of everything. It would have been nice to collect the buckets of slime, not going to lie. But there we go, there's a 60 experience. I collected the bones thinking they gave 5 each, but I think they give 4 upon reflection, so who knows. There we go, if you're going to collar me for 12 extra XP, then you've got a problem. A question on the subreddit, which made me smile, was asking why I chose not to make my account an Iron Man, which you can see on the screen. I can see why it was confusing. So in Runescape 3, you get a title, and you only get the icon showing up when you actually type something in the chat box. So I'll show you that now. But I heavily hate titles, so I always delete mine. So there you go. Just letting you know I'm not cheating. There you go. I am an Iron Man. Okay, so whilst I participate in this most epic of boss fights, I'm going to clarify a few things about my storage, what I'm allowing, what I'm not allowing, things like that. So a friend of mine called Cliff, he asked in a previous video about this, so I just thought I'd clear it up here. So first of all, the metal bank. Whilst mining and smithing are both possible without it in the early game, it's too much of a hassle to kind of keep on top of it. So what I mean by that is there are certain perks, especially with levels with smithing, that will keep on adding bars to my bank. So you'll save a bar and things like that when you're smithing. So rather than having to fight that and delete bars from my bank and keep on messing about, I'm just going to keep the metal bank storage as another perk to this RS3 UIM. Not to mention the fact as well that there are certain pieces of armour that are impossible to make, such as the Elder Rune sets, so they'll be impossible for me to make without the metal storage, considering how many bars you actually need to make anything. And in the same vein with the arch material storage, so archaeology, you know you need a lot of pieces to repair a lot of artifacts in the end. So in the same way, I'm going to allow the archaeology storage. The one thing I like about the archaeology storage is that I'm actually going to have to upgrade it as I go, so it's a nice little perk. The quest caravan as well, I'm also going to allow. I think it's probably a good idea to allow that kind of thing. I'm not really sure what it holds. Off the top of my head, it's things like the Draken's Medallion. So I'm quite happy to allow a storage system for that. It exists, it's not using the bank, so I think it's fair. I'm finding Cliff, me boy, you asked about death holding onto my items. So I will get into this when I actually die, but from the top of my head, when I've looked into it a little bit, Death will hold 50 items total. So that'll be cool. But the problem with that is that I keep 3 of my most valuable items unless I find a way around that. I'm not sure how the skull system works since everything's changed. So in a later video, we're going to explore that, I think. But I am quite happy for Death to hold on to me stuff. That would be lovely of him. And that's it. So I hope that clears everything up. If you have any more questions, or if anyone has any questions, please feel free to comment down below, and I will do my best to include it in the video. Or if not, I'll try and answer you in the old comments. I'm actually somewhat surprised how long this fight's actually taking. For those who don't know, you can just let him hit you with his special, and he can't actually kill you with it. And you just eat when he wakes back up, and you get back to slapping him in the face. Easy peasy. He's gonna do it now. So down he goes. Icicle's gonna hit me, but they can't kill me. And then when he wakes back up, boop. Job done. Lovely stuff. So when I get into large dungeons and things, it'll be really helpful to find these. So this is an altar. So I think this is like a gilded altar in a player-owned house. You just use your bones on it, and it gives you pretty decent levels. There we go. Level 2. Level 3. Nice. On top of prayer, you can obviously level a lot of things. So here I am cooking away. The cooking XP is pretty good. Better than the fishing XP, actually. My fishing's not really going up as quickly as I'd like it to. Drop all the burnt stuff. So what we do, we just collect everything from the monsters and all the resources around the dungeon, sell them to the smuggler, and then when we trade him, we've got usually around 60k in a small, and then with our 60k we're going to buy hides. So the hides give pretty good crafting experience. Crafting's going to be quite tricky to train until I get to Priftiness. So in Prif I can use the harps, but for now I'm going to have to Mickey my way to a decent crafting level. Things like gems are probably an option, but then dropping them, but that feels like a waste. So we're going to have to cook up a decent way to find a good crafting method while we're training everything else. Guys, if you met Goodrick, my one-armed dwarf mate, he gives us free stuff. So he gives us free level 5 armor and weapons. So this is really useful when we're dipping in and out of dungeoneering and coming to train other stuff, or particularly combats. He's really handy. So can I call him handy if he's only got one arm? Okay, gonna put all this stuff on, and we're gonna do the quest to unlock the Ark, which of course means we need to pop the bond. So finally doing it. Confirm. This is taking ages, and members any second. Any second. Jagex. There we go. 14-day membership activated. Let's hop and do the quest. So luckily Trader stands just on the end of this pier, so I'll run over to him and start the quest. Now you may be wondering why I want to be starting such a high level quest. So when I say high level, it's not a high level quest, it's an easy novice quest to complete. But the Ark itself, you need like level 96, I think, 96 is base to complete everything. So we're going to start this, and I will explain why we're going to be doing this, because it's something that I've seen no one ever talk about. So through the magic of editing, we're going to start the quest, and completed the quest. It's a very easy quest if you want to do it yourself. You don't really need a guide or anything. So we're going to make our way to Waco, and I'll meet you there. Thank God, or whoever, that Goodrick's here, because he's going to be really useful being in this location, and it'll be clear why in a moment. Waco, baby! Okay, that was cringe. Let's get started. So first of all, we need to bag our book from Sharkborn here. So he'll give us the journal. So every time we want to teleport down here, we can use this journal. Need to start the flagfall mini quest. Yes. So we can destroy the journal and we can get it back from Sharkborn whenever we want. We need to start the flag, or finish the flagfall quest to get contracts, I believe. You can get free supplies here from Rosie. We're going to activate magic experience gain. So then Sojobo, the guy who gives us these contracts, he's only going to give us magic challenges and miscellaneous challenges that give us chimes. So let's get the flagfall mini quest done. And with the same magic as before, boosh, done. Hand this into Bonnie. Just had to go to a few islands to get the driftwood, but there we go. You can hand that in. I think it was only 2 islands to collect that, so only 10 supplies used. There we go. We've got our own flag, so we can use this flag now to claim an island, but there's not really much point in claiming an island because, like I said earlier, you can't use anything till about level 96, so it's a bit of a joke. So there we go. First one, we're lucky there. So defeat skeletons on uncharted islands. So as you can see, we're getting basically 6k magic experience for doing this. So we're level 17 right now. We're going to confirm that. We're going to run right ahead to our boat and we're going to take a trip now to the uncharted island. So with these challenges, particularly the combat challenges, if you get skeletons, for instance, the first island you go to will contain the monster that you need to kill. So we're going to use a short junket, which costs us 5. So we get 5 supplies per day from Rosie. And then each contract we do for Sojobo, we're going to get some chimes as a reward, as well as the experience. So we should be able to fund our voyages quite easily doing shorts. If you do the medium or long voyages, you're really going to struggle. So if you're going to do this, you really only want to be doing the short junkets. And also to help fund our voyages with the supplies. So many different currencies, I know, so if I am confusing you, it is confusing. I'm just going to pick up this junk. So the driftwood and the shells and things like that, they sell for quite a few chimes. I think there's maybe 1 chime each, but a supply costs 25, I want to say. So we're going to need about 125 chimes to pay for a voyage. We'll pay for the supplies for a voyage, for a short junket. And then we need to do that 3 times for the 3 different contracts we can do per day. So we're just going to bury these bones, more XP. We're going to go kill our skeletons. So you'll notice the skeletons come at level 93. So level 93, I am just going to change my options menu here. I think that's the wrong one. I'm not going to be doing any PvP on this account. Not that PvP exists in Runescape 3 anymore, unfortunately. There you go. Left click options. So we're going to kill the skeletons. You notice there you go. That's the one weak to magic. So we're going to hit him. And look how much we're hitting him. So it's almost as if he's not a level 93, which he isn't. As far as I'm aware, they're actually scaled to your level. So what we're going to do combat-wise is we're going to keep our level as low as we can. So I'm only going to be training magic early on. I'm going to leave defense, leave the melees, leave summoning as low as I can. Prayer will be very useful, so I'm going to level that. And we're just going to finish this skeleton task off, and then we're going to run back to Sojobo and get our second of 3 tasks. So this is what I picked up from that task. It's not bad. 24 yew logs, 7 maple bows. Sell for quite a decent amount there. Some magic short bows. Not major money, but they'll be useful for drops if I ever need a magic bow or things like that. The long bow I'm probably just going to have to bury, unfortunately. So I've got to sell this rubbish off. I haven't got any salt. I've got some shells, so I can sell the shells to this guy. I think it's only going to be 19 chimes. Yep. Sell the wood to the bamboo merchant. 1 chime. It's almost not worth picking these up, but they do help if you are really struggling for chimes. Sometimes you struggle if you keep on having to re-roll your contract. You're really going to struggle to keep on top of it, especially if you don't have berries unlocked. The berries in Twilight give you a lot of chimes to keep on top of your voyages, but that needs high farming level. So that's something for a later date. You also need quite a lot of progress in the Ark, I believe, to unlock Twilight. So that's not in the Ark, in Port. So that's something we'll have to put a pin in for one day. Farming's not too bad in RuneScape 3, so it is an option. So put my skill up. I'm level 20 magic, so this is from our first contract of the day. Contract, Sojobo. And there we go. Straight up to level 28. And then we can get a new task. So look, this is one of the miscellaneous tasks I was on about. So you can keep on re-rolling it, but it costs 10 chimes per re-roll. So that gets very costly, particularly if we've only got, let's have a look, 775. So there's not a lot of re-rolls. So you want to keep re-rolling until you find skeletons, scorpions, or crassians. Sea Singers, absolutely not. So Sea Singers and things like that, you could probably do them when you've got the protection prayers, but otherwise they're really powerful. They will nail you. So as you level up, so now this new one here, so defeat more skeletons, and now it's 7,000 experience. So once I've completed this one, the next contract it scales again, so it's going to keep on going up, and I think it caps off around the 40k range. So you go, third one done, 14k, and there's my 3 for the day done. And we're going to do this every single day to get an easy, quick magic level without using the ED3 method, which at the time of recording is still in the game. Whilst talking about the ED3 method, I might as well mention another rule. I don't want to be doing any boosting. I think a lot of people will have mentioned by now to do the Croesus fight for the Reaper, and that'll get you, I think, 20,000 Slayer experience per day for your Reaper. I don't want to be doing any boosting. Kind of detracts from the whole Iron Man thing. So no boosting, particularly not in ED3, because ED3 is a bit broken. There was also an option to boost Cerberus for easy dungeoneering tokens, but I just feel like boosting just cheapens an Iron Man. So that's another thing we're not going to be doing. Just bury all the bones we got from that. Cute. A humble 8 prayer so far. That's not too bad at all. Delete this stuff. Nice. The beauty of doing this Ark method, it only takes about an hour to do your 3 contracts, which leaves me a lot of time to do other stuff. So happy days. How could I forget that now that we're a member, we need to fill up this storage. So there's 500 more inventory slots that we need to fill up, so we're going to make a start on the arrowheads. We're going to block all that off ASAP. I can't believe I completely forgot about that, but yeah, let's get that done. Here we go, the last load, boom, done. That's 670 out of 670. All slots done. Look at that, that is beautiful. I love it. You do not have enough bank space. It's very late, excuse me. Done, look at him. I am officially a members UIM, a P2P UIM in RuneScape 3. Don't you love to see it? What the fuck is that? Oh, RuneScape 3 cosmetics. Come on, guy. It's July. What are we doing? Another day, and this is 3 more contracts. We're going to give in our last. Look at that, 17,000 more experience into our magic. What does that get us? 49 from 2 days. So we started at level 19 and we're now up to level 49 from 6 contracts. So that represents about 2 hours worth of work. Not too bad. You could get it up faster using the ED3 method, but like I say, I just feel really dirty doing it. Doing any kind of boosting, not for me. Let's sell our stuff off. You know, considering how little we've actually done on this account, the cash stack's not looking terrible. Not had to do any of the strongholder securities or anything like that for pretty nice cash stack. I'm going to keep this fish. We're going to go try and train some magic on the crocodiles down in the desert. From memory, they're weak to air spells, so we're going to try. They are generally good XP. These are going to be my go-to for necromancy when it drops. So I've got 5 souls ready for me. Play our own dungeon. Got some water skins. Let's see how we do. This is awful. Oh, it's so slow. No, not bad experience, but it just took a while. Some normal bones there. We're going to try, there is a weaker version down south, so we're going to try them. Okay, here we go. We're ready. Oh, this is much better immediately. There we go. So this is with level 5 gear, so slaying them pretty quick. I think I'm going to absolutely burn through my water skins here, but it doesn't really matter. I just go until I can go. Did they? He's dropped big bones. Yeah, what? They inexplicably drop big bones. So, handy to know. That'd be really good for my when I get the bone crusher. They're really quick and easy to kill, particularly with such weak gear. So, yeah, we're gonna use all our stuff here. We're gonna carry on with the art grind over the next few days, and that is the end of the video, guys. So hopefully, I'm gonna get this out on Tuesday. Pump it out Tuesday. I'm probably going to be sticking to Tuesday as a release date for most episodes. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. If you want to speak to me in game, I genuinely hang out in the clan chat Kill, Skill, and Chill. That's Kill, Skill, the letter N, and Chill. And yeah, just want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace. P.S. I apologise for my my ending title last time. I fixed it. Yay!